Hey guys, I'm Meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's talk some mountain weather, and this is one of the driest forecast periods I can recall across the West with this giant area of high pressure and control. There are a couple of places to pinpoint, at least for colder air and maybe a little bit of snow, like the Northeast. So up here, this is the view at Killington right now, forecasting 2 clippers between basically Thursday and the weekend. So that's where you're going to want to focus in the Northeast. Beautiful day up there right now. Look at Stowe, Vermont. Oh, isn't that gorgeous up there? Again, a couple of clippers that'll keep the cold air entrenched through the course of the weekend. Let me just show you what the pattern is, and we'll go out here in the west because this is really directing everything. There's your jet stream running way up into British Columbia and then kind of curling down across Colorado and then up towards the northeast where it's ushering all this energy up as clippers. So you can see all of this, and the energy and moisture is being routed way up here into BC, up and around. And believe it or not, I'm forecasting like a totally dry weekend in the Pacific Northwest beneath this area, this giant area of high pressure sitting right here. Which, I mean, it's why it is so dry. And what it's going to do is it's going to cut off the flow and push the jet to the north, and that will keep the Pacific Northwest dry this weekend. There's a storm coming in for Monday, but a rare 3-day stretch. Now, on this, there's a weak side right here on this high, and there's one cold front that will dive down through Montana, Wyoming, and Colorado between Thursday night, Friday, and Friday night. Should be gone by Saturday morning, but that'll drop a couple of inches, maybe an inch or two of snow on that eastern periphery, and I'll show you that coming up as well. Let me just show you, that's the state of affairs now, but what the GFS is thinking, and here it is. So there's the clipper that's headed up into the northeast. There it is, arriving on Thursday. So this is Thursday morning. Here's Friday morning. Notice the snow coming down through Montana, Wyoming, and into Colorado during the day Friday, and it's there by Saturday morning. It's gone. Another clipper for the Northeast, Friday into Saturday. So that's really, I think, the place to be. Look how dry it is in the Pacific Northwest. Nothing there on Saturday. Nothing on Sunday, and by the time we finally get into Sunday night, Monday, there's a new storm that hits the Pacific Northwest. But again, just an interesting setup here, and just so dry across the West. Here's Monday morning. Now, this is something to look at right here. Between the 14th, 15th, 16th, this could potentially be the first storm system cold front to pierce this western high in like 30 days. Look at it coming south through Idaho, Montana. And look at that. It actually affects Utah, Nevada, and maybe it clips Tahoe and Mammoth. This is Tuesday morning, the 15th. This is the 16th, and it's moved into Colorado at that point, basically 15 into 16. If this happens, this will be the biggest thing in a while. So it bears watching, but it could be a one-and-done situation. Look what happens. By the time we get into the 17th, it's moving out, and there's nothing behind it. So it could be a one-and-done. And I'll move this ahead. Here's the 18th. Here's the 19th. There's really not a whole lot behind it. So at least it's something. It's something to look at down the road. Let me show you my totals, my forecast, and look at this. Look how dry this is. My goodness, this is all of today through the 13th, so all the way through Sunday. 0. California, Nevada, Utah, Idaho, Pacific Northwest, Oregon, Washington, BC, Banff, nothing through the 13th. Maybe a 1-inch amount in Big Sky down towards Jackson Hole, and then maybe a 1 to 3 over parts of the central to northern mountains of Colorado. If we're lucky, 5 over Cameron Pass, but it looks like at this point it might wash out before it even gets to northern New Mexico. So that's phase 1. Look at phase 2. Now this takes us from the 14th through the 18th. This takes into account that potential storm system 14, 15, and 16 as it slides down and it pierces the high. And you can see the amounts are not big, but at least it's something. What we need is something to kind of run down this high, break it down, and kind of set the storm track. Unfortunately, it could be a one and done, like I was saying, but those numbers are possible during that latter period. Up in the Northeast, all of today through the 13th, with 2 clippers, some cold air, we could be looking at 1 to 3 inches. Again, these are not blockbuster cold fronts, but at least it is something, and it delivers a little bit of snow into the weekend. This is probably where I would look outside of Colorado, outside of the central to northern mountains of Colorado, but I would look to the Northeast. Again, I'll take you back and show you this. Phase 1, 9th through the 13th, and here's phase 2. Look at the change. It's pretty dramatic if we can get that storm system in here, and I'll end on the Northeast totals right there. And again, look to the Northeast Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for cold air. And there's going to be lake effect as well. If you ski near the lakes, you're going to have some lake effect behind both of the Clippers. So there you go. Always appreciate you guys tuning in here to these updates. Take care. Hope you find some snow heading into the weekend. Bye.